Majin Vegeta is available at Big Bad Toy Store, so check out the link in the description down below. Dragon Ball, Pokemon, Kaiju, and more. It's Steven's Toy Reviews. Ooh, what's going on there, collectors? It is Steven here, and I am bringing you another Dragon Ball Z review with the SH Figuarts Majin Vegeta. That's right, we finally have another Buu Saga character here that is not Vegito, and some fans have really been waiting for this release. But since it is a highly requested character, of course, there have to be some downfalls. And with some of the shading issues that we've had recently, Vegeta, of course, will hit all those marks, right? Well, let's take a look to see whether or not he's worth adding into your collection. So right away, I just want to talk about some of the good things for Majin Vegeta. For the hair, I do have to say he is the best shaded Vegeta release that we have had so far. There is actual lively color to this release, and it doesn't look like they just kind of put something out onto the market. Even better than, dare I say, the Super Saiyan Vegeta release. I do also have to say, across all of the different faces that we get with Majin Vegeta, as you will see, the M on the forehead is fantastic looking, and even though there is one issue we're going to have to take a look at least all of the application for the eye decals and the paint does look nice, even though one of them would be off. That being said, there's little to no shading throughout the rest of the body, and the hair sculpt isn't accurate. So yeah, we're going to have to take a little closer look on this one. So for those of you who aren't really in the know, in the anime and by extension the manga, Vegeta seeks to go Majin because with him going Majin, he is finally able to go Super Saiyan 2 and go toe-to-toe with Goku, and then they have a big battle in the desert and then he blows up. Yeah. All that fun stuff. Well, they just reused the Super Saiyan head sculpt from the previously released Renewal Super Saiyan Vegeta. Not good. It's not accurate. And as you'll see later, they went the extra mile to block fans from head swapping. Or face swapping, rather. Anyway, yeah, not cool. But at least the faces do look nice. Moving on down throughout the rest of the figure, you can see some very minor paint issues here and there with the blue paint used for the jumpsuit for Vegeta. But to be honest with you, at this size, it's not that big of a deal. You're going to have to really be upset about some things in life that really don't matter to really hold this against the figure. But anyway, the roided out nature of Vegeta, specifically in the arms with the popping out veins, it is a very nice touch here, so good on ya for that one, Bandai. The gloves do look nice. We do have some folds in them to really make it look like Vegeta has been tussling around in battle, which is nice. And of course, we do have that on his torso as well. Moving on down, we do have some well-defined muscles on the legs, which is great, and the boots have some fantastic detailing on them as well. Overall, for the sculpt of Majin Vegeta, he does look very nice, but in terms of paint, we have very little shading, basically only on the gloves and the boots, nowhere else on the body, but the hair, even though it's not accurate, for shading purposes, does look great. Majin Vegeta's articulation is just a notch above the previous two Vegeta Renewal releases just because they had to go back and fix a couple of things for the new body style, and it goes quite a long way, as you can clearly see here. Basically, from the waist down, we're dealing with the same thing as we were in the past, but we get a couple of new joints. So what exactly are we working with here? Well, first and foremost, we do have the usual swivel hinge combo for the actual neck joint in and of itself, so you're going to be able to move Vegeta's head around in all sorts of directions, and the head plugs into the neck on a ball joint, so you can even rock Vegeta's head around. Now, something to take note of, this is an issue that I had with mine. When I first got Vegeta, this neck joint, see how it swiveled around? The hinge was actually in this direction, so he was only rocking his head left and right, not forward and back. Also of note, for those of you who like to do head swaps, keep in mind that this ball joint has to be seated all the way inside of his head before you get a nice complete fit. Otherwise, you're going to have a pretty loosey-goosey connection there. So we do have the neck in here where it plugs into the body that is on a ball joint as well. For the shoulders, we do have a butterfly hinge, so this way we get some nice range of movement out of the shoulders, which is always nice to see, always appreciated for that extra movement there. And then we do have ball joints where the shoulders connect into the body, which is good. And we have hinges, so this way we can move Vegeta's arms up about that far. Thankfully, with that ball joint, we can fix it by moving it up like that. So there you go. We do have the traditional bicep swivels, which is always fun. Unfortunately, this Vegeta does not come with a crossed arm part, so I would not try to pop those off unless you're a little adventurous. As always, we do have the double hinge joint for the elbow, which is always cool. And then we do have the swivel hinge wrists with the ball joint where the hands pop on, as usual. So arms, pretty straightforward, and that butterfly hinge works wonders. Now, where the articulation is significantly improved is we do actually have an ab crunch that works really well. It's a ball joint, so we can rock Vegeta in all sorts of different directions. There's nothing blocking it like very, very bulky Saiyan armor, so you can move them around to your heart's content. And we also have a waist joint that does the same thing, which is really cool. Now, for the hips, we do have the Renewal 2.0 style Figuarts hips. So they move forward and back out about that far, which is cool. Keep in mind, there's no ball joint there. It's basically a swivel hinge combo. There's a little peg that plugs in there that allows you to move them forward and back and to the side like that, which is cool. We do have a swivel where the hips plug into the thighs here. We do have double hinge knees, and then we have ball jointed ankles. So for ankle rocker, unfortunately, I'm not experiencing too great a one, but we can twist and turn, and we get some pretty good forward and back movement. And of course, we do have the toe hinge. Only goes up about that far though. So all in all, I think Vegeta has some very great articulation, and if you like to pose your action figures a lot, I think Vegeta will be good for you. All right, now it's time for the accessories, and Vegeta actually comes with quite a few of them, though let's talk about them. Vegeta comes with 4 extra face plates, and then we get 2 extra sets of hands, and then 1 extra right hand part, so this way Vegeta can use the Atomic Blast, but he doesn't actually come with that effect part. Yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at the face plates, and then we'll move on to the hands. So for the extra faceplates, aside from the neutral stern-looking Vegeta faceplate, we do get that cocky smile faceplate that the previous 2 Vegeta releases have had, and the previous Scouter Vegeta release was all messed up. And then we do get that gritting teeth faceplate that everyone knows and loves. For Majin Vegeta here, we do also get the maniacal looking faceplate that is really cool. It looks like he's about to go on a sinister rampage here, so that is very neat. And then we do get this other faceplate. Why do I say it's an other faceplate? Well, you see here, folks, if you were to actually look at the box for Majin Vegeta, you will see that Vegeta is supposed to come with a faceplate that makes it look like he is looking off to the right-hand side. That faceplate is nowhere to be found in this figure release, except this faceplate that you're seeing is supposed to be it. Yeah, if you take a look at a side-by-side comparison with this supposed faceplate with the promotional picture on the box, yeah, even mimicking the pose, it doesn't look anywhere close. Admittedly, when you're looking at the faceplate really close, it does kind of look like Vegeta is looking off to the right, but no. It's basically just a faceplate with him looking forward and a bulging vein. Now, here's an even better thing to note about this faceplate. Bandai has acknowledged that this is a faulty faceplate. Kind of. Some collectors in Japan had to fight tooth and nail in order to get Bandai to send them a replacement faceplate, which clearly looks like it is looking to the right. And Bluefin even acknowledged, hey, you know what? It's defective. We're going to try to help you out. For like 2 days when people actually got them after Bluefin got them in, and you know what? Now they're saying, sorry, we can't help you out anymore. So if you get this figure and you get a faulty faceplate, well, you're on your own. Anyway, taking a look at the hands, we do get the Karate Bugman hands of Vegeta, where he is posing in the signature pose where he fights Goku, and we do get the karate chopping hands, but then we also do get the Atomic Blast hand. So, the hands, they're kind of straightforward, easy, simple. But the Atomic Blast hand, I think that is the driving force for the extra hands for Vegeta. Now, of course, this is another Vegeta release, so we do have to have the interchangeability here. And pretty much all of the parts can swap between all of the different Vegeta releases. Whether or not you're going to have Majin Vegeta in the Saiyan armor, or you're going to have the base head on the Majin Vegeta body all roided out, whatever you would like to do. Or if you finally want a hand for the Super Saiyan Vegeta release, so this way he can use the Big Bang attack, you can finally do that. However, here's something to take note of. Yes, they did reuse the Super Saiyan hair sculpt from the Super Saiyan Vegeta release for Majin Vegeta, but they re-sculpted how you attach the faceplates so they don't line up. So you can't use the Super Saiyan Vegeta faceplates on the Majin Vegeta head sculpt and vice versa. Way to go, Bandai. So all in all, for this Majin Vegeta release, we do get some decent accessories here, except for the fact that not only did Bandai screw up a faceplate, but effectively, you can't get a replacement. And there are no effect parts, but don't worry, there are some on the secondhand market that you can definitely pick up to help out your displays. All in all, we do get effective accessories to make a nice Majin Vegeta display, but objectively, there are issues. Oh, by the way, Final Explosion, anyone? Yeah, that's one big omission here. No faceplate for that, no accessory. Come on, Bandai. And here is a size comparison with some other figures you just might have, so this way you can see how big Vegeta is. However, this is the third Vegeta release, and he is very small. Well, okay, so he's not very small, but he is smaller than Goku. Yeah. So, buy now, skip, or wait for a deal. We do have some fantastic articulation. We do finally have a Majin Vegeta release, so that means we get a Buu Saga character that isn't Vegito, and more part swapping for Vegeta. Those are the pros here. For the cons, we have not a whole lot of shading except for the inaccurate hair sculpt. We do have faulty accessories, and he's pretty pricey. Yeah, I can definitely see this appealing to Majin Vegeta fans and Vegeta fans by extension, but I gotta be honest with you here. If you don't fall into that category and you're kind of on the fence, I think this will be a very easy pass for you. You're perfectly fine just sticking with the previously released Super Saiyan Vegeta Renewal and even the Scouter Vegeta, so this way you're going to have enough interchangeable parts to make an awesome display with what you already have. To be honest with you, if you really need to interchange parts, the only thing you're going to get new out of this will be hands for the Big Bang attack. And if you're saying that, well, you do want Vegeta in his Buu Saga outfit, well, this Vegeta is all roided out, so even then, it still wouldn't be accurate. I would have to make a recommendation for this figure only if you need a sparring partner for Fat Buu, which will be released soon, or if you really like Majin Vegeta. Otherwise, I would say don't support the product. Well, folks, that's the end of this review. Thanks for watching, and be sure to follow me on social media to catch more behind-the-scenes shenanigans and updates. The end card should be popping up now with more hand-selected STR goodness for you to watch, so check out some of those videos. Be sure to check the description, too, to see where you can buy this figure or others like it, and some cool links, like the credits for this video, and other ways you can help out the channel. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch ya in the next video.